Hi everybody. I am wanting to start out a video here because we are going to go on a journey together to bring home a new addition to the family. So I know, let me get in the light here. There, that's much better with my blanket. So the last time that I left you guys, I was dealing with a very traumatic event, right? So we all know, or if you haven't watched the previous video, Aspen passed away, which was absolutely heartbreaking and broke me, utterly broke me. And I'm still not good from it, but I finally have moved past the point of feeling like I can do something about it. I don't know if that makes sense, but when you're first dealing with grief, you think about you're constantly riddled with these things like, what could I have done? Is there something that I could have done? What could have happened to have changed this? Is it my fault that I went with the surgery, right? I'm past that point. I know that I was making the best decision for her and I had no control over what happened. But with those traumatic events, I have gotten a lot of advice from people that have also had traumatic events happen to their pets. I know of two people, for example, one that lost their dog to a train accident and one that lost their dog to a wolf, actually. And both of them said that when you go through a trauma like that, the best thing is to continue and try and find another dog. Not necessarily to replace that dog at all, but to try and make sure that you don't lose it mentally, because you get to a point where you almost lose it. And so that was the only thing that really kept me sane, was or like a bit distracted from thinking about the whole situation, was trying to plan for another dog. And you guys know that I already had a plan to have a brother or sister for Aspen. So I just continued with that, and the little man is coming home very soon. I struggled with what I should do when it comes to female, male, color, and I knew that I just couldn't, my heart couldn't take bringing home a black tri-Australian Shepherd at this point. I can't have a dog running around looking like Aspen. There has to be some separation. And I also felt like I couldn't bring home a girl. I don't know what it was. It was something in my head that was like, if I bring home a girl and I slip up and say oh, you're my best little girl or something, I would feel like I was betraying Aspen in some way. And I know that I will eventually get a girl, but I think that a boy at this point is the right decision for me. I always knew that I probably wanted a boy and a girl, because those dynamics tend to do really well just based off of opinions from a lot of people. Anyways, so we're going to get the boy, and then I'll see how I feel in a year or two when he's trained, and then maybe get the girl. So that's what we're going to do in this video, is going and adding a new member of the family, and starting a whole new chapter. So I am ready for him. I have done a lot of preparation. So we've got a kennel here. The one thing about Norway is that when you're transporting dogs, you can't have them free in the car. There's some sort of law about it. So he's going to have to be enclosed. Usually you either have to put bars up in the back of your car to separate your trunk area from the regular passenger area to be able to have your dogs free in the trunk, or you put them in kennels when you're driving. So he's going to have to get used to that. Not necessarily a bad thing, actually, because it'll help with training. I also put up a fence around my entire front yard because I am on a busier road. There's no way I am going to have an accident happen that I could have controlled for. with this guy. So I wanted to make sure that that was up and that he had a safe place to roam around so that he can go potty and I don't have to be watching him like a hawk. And so I also got some collars because I wasn't sure. I got an extra small and a small. It's been a long time. It's been 8 years since I've had a puppy around, so couldn't remember like how tiny they are. I know they grow really fast, so I'm sure I'll use both. And then wet wipes for in the car. We also got a little pack here with some treats, some poop bags, some vet wrap in case he has an accident outside, and a clicker so we can get started right away on training. We've got some of these little treats to keep him busy in the car as we're driving. It's a 9-hour drive, so I think we're going to split it up in 2 days, and his first night is going to be spent camping with me in my tent. So we shall see how that goes. 2 bowls for in the car, 1 for food, 1 for water. And then we've got a bunch of food. So we've got the breeder's food, which is this Origin, very, very expensive food. And then the food that I'm going to transition him on. So I would highly recommend if you're going to get a puppy and you want to transition their food, do it very slowly. Because if you don't, you're going to be dealing with diarrhea. And we already are dealing with a lot of stressful things with a puppy, with being kept awake and potty training and all of this stuff. We don't need diarrhea on top of it. So like a good split of, you know, the first week in a new home, just feed the breeder's food, then like 25% of the new food, 75% of the old food, and like slowly transition it like that. That's probably a really good thing to do. Got a long lead here, 10 meters, I think. And that's going to help with recall training. We've got him a little tiny dinosaur. Appy loved her dinosaurs. So I wanted his first toy to be a dinosaur. And a treat pouch that I'll bring as well. So we're all set. We also have a bunch of stuff in the bathroom for him. I've got like puppy shampoo, and then we're bringing a bunch of stuff from Canada. So my parents vacuum packed the beds that we had for Aspen, because those things are like $200 beds each. And then we also brought some toys and leashes and all of the grooming items that I had. So like the clippers, the scissors, thinning shears, comb, brush, all of that kind of stuff. So he is pretty much set. So I am going to, I guess, start filming when we start this big, long road trip. So you guys are going to get to see a bit of Norway and then get to see the little dude that's going to be a part of all of our lives. Hopefully for the next 20 years. I have paid my dues to the universe. I get a dog that lives for 20 years now. So it better be like that. But yeah, so I will see you very soon. Yay! I can't believe we're off to get the little man. It's just like... Okay, so first day of the road trip went well. We just came to a place that's near a town called Flam, I think, in Norway. So we've got this little cabin, and it's got just like a bathroom, really nice bathroom, and 2 places to sleep. And it's right on a river, so it's actually really beautiful. Let's see if I can. It's open. Let's see. Yeah, so we are off tomorrow and gonna get maybe some really nice viewpoints of a fjord, and we'll go from there. I just had some food. My family is taking a train ride because they were really interested in sitting for another 2 hours. We had about 6 hours in the car, so I'm relaxing, which is nice because I feel like I am gearing up for not having a lot of sleep. I feel like I have to try and recharge my battery as much as possible because I think it might be quite rough for the first few days. I don't know how this little guy is going to be. I guess it's going to be a surprise. And just a little nervous too. Like it's a strange feeling. It's weird. I don't really know how to explain it. For me, it's not the same as like a normal person going to get a puppy because there was this whole picture of what I thought it was going to be like. And because Aspen died so tragically, that picture in my mind has had to shift very abruptly, and it's really hard to do that. It's weird to explain, and it's very hard to explain if you haven't experienced a tragic passing before. I think because you plan ahead in your life and you see things a certain way, and to just abruptly change something in your life that's usually so stable, like your family, is difficult. So I'm having a hard time grasping it, and I think it'll be a weird way to navigate. It's not going to be like a normal situation bringing a puppy home. I'm very excited. There's no hesitation. I'm very excited, but it's just my brain has this weird thing that it's going through. So anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow and hopefully film a little bit of the viewpoints. Today was beautiful, and then we'll continue on our way. Outside. All right, it's kind of dark. So yeah, today's the day that the little man gets picked up, and I am kind of shocked that it's time. But yeah, we're gonna see him very soon. I've been really horrible at filming, and I look so disheveled. Are you gonna go down there and sleep finally? That's his like fort area. He feels very safe. Oh yeah, look at that. The little man is going to sleep. Yep. Ah, that's good. Okay, so I just got back from the pharmacy. I have been dealing with like very little sleep, of course, for the last few days. He has been home now for I think 4 or 5 days, but actually like home for 2 nights. This will be his 3rd night. So he's done really well, you guys. Like I'm like flabbergasted at how good he is. He's great in the car. He like settles down and falls asleep almost immediately after he's like let out to go potty. And we did that every 2 hours or 3 hours during our road trip. We had 2 full days of road tripping to come back here, and he honestly is a rock star for that. He also has been absolutely amazing at potty training. So we're being very careful with him. He every single time he wakes up, I take him out. It's just, that's the rule. Every time he wakes up, he immediately goes out and he does potty. And he has only had, in the like 4 to 5 days that we've had him, one pee accident in the house. He has pooped and peed outside. I'm talking about you, bud. I'm talking about you, bud. I've become very Canadian too. I'm realizing, because that's his new nickname is Bud, and that's very Canadian. Hi, little man. Hi, my boy. Hi, my boy. Now, the one thing that we're dealing with right now is that he has some sort of eye infection, I think conjunctivitis. Started with one eye, and then it spread to the second eye, so we're dealing with that, thankfully. I have friends that are vets here because I'm very remote, so they actually gave me a prescription. I didn't even have to go into a vet clinic, and I picked it up today, so we're gonna start treating that right away. But you've been so good. You've been so good. Yeah. He's also not as nippy as Aspen was. Aspen, I think, was much more close to like working lines because she had much more of a. He's just soothing. Hi, it's starting to get a little hard. Don't nip me. Kisses. Oh, kisses. It's a good boy. Yeah, good boy. Should we tell them your name? What do you think, bud? We tell them your name? Yeah. So picking out a name. Some of you might know because you're following me on Instagram. If you're not, I am at the handle Animal Scholar. So a lot of you are on the old Life with Aspen Instagram page, but that's not the one that I post on. So all of the people on Instagram already know his name. I needed to pick out something to honor Aspen, obviously. It's been very little time since she passed, and I really wanted a tree name. And you so cutie. That's so cute. Just so tired from our nice car ride. So I wanted a tree name, and I couldn't figure out what name to give him. You know, I was like going back and forth, cedar, oak, and like none of them fit him at all. And then I saw one and it just like clicked. It was just immediate and it clicked. And it makes a lot of sense because I lost the home that I really wanted to have here with Aspen. Obviously, it's something, a sudden passing like that makes you completely shift your life. And his name actually is related to trees and also related to building a new home. So his name is Timmy for short. But you're Timber. Yeah, you are. So his name's Timber. Timmy for short, Tiny Tim. But I think we're going to go with Timmy because you like Timmy. But yeah, I think it's just perfect for him, for his coloring, for everything, for the situation, for everything. So you're Timber. Say hello to the family that's going to watch you grow up. It's so cute. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're going to go sleep. So, yeah. That's Timber for you, and I'm excited to share his life with you guys, just like I shared Aspen's life. I am going to end the vlog here because I feel like it might be too much all at once, but later on today, I'm going to be giving him his first bath. We're going to start him on grooming, and you guys are going to see all of the things that happen with a new puppy, and hopefully I can catch it a bit more than I did with Aspen, because a lot of people are like, Aspen's so great at grooming. She's like wonderful on the grooming table. How in the world did you do it? Well, a lot of hard work. So we're going to show that during Timber's little growing up years. So anyways, I will see you guys later in another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.